Well, I'm going to do a little bit of a run through here of the work so far that's been going on here at BCIR with a little bit of an expansion as we still continue to run our small little oval in the meantime. This area here with the new loop going to be on the outer side, it's going to be a 60-foot radius, and we're going to have on the inside in time will be a roundhouse with turntable and a few other little tracks to have storage on. And on the outside will be our main line that will be coming around and going back around out and hooking on to the main line back at where the tree is over there. So we'll do a little walkthrough as we're going here and show you the progress which is coming along. When it's just a few people at a time coming to give a hand, and I greatly appreciate the ones that do come and give a hand with this little bit of a project. There is a group of us that we are forming the MB Live Steamers, and a few of them have live steam locomotives. So in time they will be here running on this line also, with hopefully a few other things coming down the line. But right here you can see that I started backfilling in with gravel after I removed the topsoil here, over 1.5 feet topsoil here in a lot of areas. But now I'm building back up on the gravel to get the base, and this is going to be a 2% grade all the way down to the reservoir. And this is basically the progress that I've been working at slowly. I've had another person up by the name of Phil Shad. He is also a live steam enthusiast. He's got his own little live steam engine that he's looking forward to being able to run. Him and I have been doing the grading the last little bit, and grading means that we've been measuring out the 2% grade of what I need to fill in some areas and what I need to take away for in other areas. But which is nice, where I take away, I add to the areas that need the fill. But this is going to be the main line. I widened it out a little bit from what I originally started with because we want to add in some siding so that when other people are running, we still can run more trains than just the one, and be able to continue on down the line, go into the siding while one passes, or vice versa. But there is a lot of work to be done here, and it's not a thing that that I'm making money at. I'm really not making anything at this. It is just basically looking after itself as much as possible. But there is a lot of money that I'm putting into this that I'm not going to recoup it back from it. So, but it's an investment, and it's the ultimate end goal is the enjoyment for everybody to be able to enjoy it in the end and be able to come and partake of. So to me, it's not what I make of it in the look of it as financial gain. It is more just for the enjoyment gain of it. But we got a lot of ways to go. There's about 1,700 feet of track to put down in this first little endeavor part of it, which is going to take a while, and it's not going to be done overnight. As much as I would like to see it done overnight, it's a work in progress. But it is enjoyable. I love it, and I enjoy doing this. So to me, that's what matters the most. But there's going to be a little trestle switch here, and then this is going to loop around what's called the reservoir here. And this reservoir used to supply the steam locomotives down in Hampton at one time for the Hampton and St. Martin's Railway, plus the Eastern European, and later be called Intercontinental Railway, and then after that it became CNR. And from that day forth, it's been the CNR line going from Moncton to St. John, to the east side of St. John. But we're going to build a little trestle in this area here, and then the switch is going to go off and then go to the upper end of the reservoir, and going to build a bridge over that end. And then also down at this end, we're going to build a little bridge to cross the brook going through the reservoir. So, but this is just a brief little look in the progress that we're slowly making, but I'm making in the meantime. So the next part is going to be a fun part, is going to be the ties for the railway. There's 3,200 ties that we got to make up, and they're going to be all made out of concrete. So that's going to be a fun little project when the time comes, and it's coming sooner than later. I have to realize that too. So, but this is the reservoir here that used to supply the old steam locomotives for down in Hampton. There's a pipeline that goes from here all the way right into the Hampton Center, where the old pool used to be. At one time, they used to feed the pool from this too, to fill the water up at one time. So, but kind of gives a brief thing. We'll be going around the lower end of the reservoir here, crossing the brook over there with the little bridges, and then in through the woods, coming around, and there's a little bridge abutments over there that were there from way back that I'm going to be fixing up and coming across them and building the bridge across them, and coming back up and looping back up, and then back up to the top loop. So the lower end bridge, I'm looking at building a little cover bridge, and then the upper end will be a regular bridge sort that you would see on the CN main line, which is similar bridge as what you would see at Hammond River, down there in Hammond River where the CN Railway crosses. So, but this is just a brief, some semi-brief little walkthrough of what's in progress and what we are working at in the meantime. So, yes, we are still running the trains, the other loop, as much as I can, because, as I say, the money that I make from off of that, even though it's little $5 per person at a time, is going back into this to help fund this work being done. A lot of it right now is the $5 is going to pay for the fuel for the diesel for the little tractor that I've been using, and I greatly appreciate my wife's birth father for the use of his tractor that he's allowed me to use it. I really do appreciate it, and I thank him very much for being able to use it. So, as I say, there's many hands involved in this. In time, I'm going to do, I hope if they don't mind, I'd like to do little brief little things about them and introduce everybody to the ones that are helping out and working along with me as this. As I say, we're doing a lot of this just for the fun of it. And this hobby, because it is a hobby, is our passion. One of our passions that we enjoy. So, like everybody else has their passions and that they love to enjoy, so this is our little niche. And I like to keep it open to the public as much as possible because I'd like the public to be able to enjoy. And if there's also anybody that's interested in this hobby, they are more than welcome to come and join or come and find out more. We're all willing to answer questions, all the guys that are involved, so don't be afraid to ask questions. No questions are stupid questions, as far as I'm concerned, because we're all learning. And my philosophy is, if you didn't learn something that day, it wasn't really a productive day. So, to me, even though it might be something simple, you'll ever learn something, it's a great day. So, I always try to keep positive as much as possible, because there's a lot of negativity in this world, and we need more positivity, more so nowadays. So no, I appreciate you guys coming along through the walkthrough here this morning, and looking forward to seeing everybody as much as possible. As I say, the support of everybody, either sharing, coming out, or telling everybody about what we're doing here, we greatly, as a club, as we're forming, the MB Live Steamers, we greatly appreciate it. So, we're looking forward to moving ahead and talking more with everybody. So, I appreciate your time and energy and asking questions. So, don't be afraid to ask questions. We'll try to have somebody try to get you an answer as much as possible. So, and have a good, great, beautiful Saturday here today at BCIR, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful Saturday where you guys are at today. Enjoy.